welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, what's up, Hello News family? Welcome to another episode of the Can We Talk podcast, our show where we talk to dope people in the community doing dope things, and today is no different. I'm so excited to have our next guest on. They're going to be talking about something so important, something that everybody is doing, especially millennials, as we're in this acquisition phase of life. We're talking about home buying, okay? And there are so many great things out there, so many programs, and this is one of them that you need to know about. So without further ado, I'm going to let my guest give you all the tea, all the details on what you need to know. So without further ado, I would like to bring my guests onto the show, Mr. Edwin Miller and Mr. Marquis Best. What's up?
You are.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good, guys. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
for having us.
Good to be here.
Of course. Look, anytime MDEAT reaches out to us, I know the Hello News family already knows, like, we are down for the MDEAT thing. So when you guys especially reached out to us and said there's a program for home buying, I'm like, we gotta jump on this. So thank you guys for coming on to break this down for us.
Thanks again for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. And so before we even get into the meat and potatoes of the program, I want to introduce you guys to the audience so they know who we talking to, okay? So they know that you guys have the credentials and all the things to know what you're talking about. So I'll start with you, Edwin. Give us your title and what you do with MD.
Okay, my title is Housing Administrator. I'm chief of all of the housing programs. I really love working here to make sure that we're doing a wonderful job for Black people in Miami-Dade County, especially as it relates to housing.
Love it. And Marquis, let us know your title and what you do with MD.
How you doing? My name is Marquis Best. I'm a construction development specialist here at the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust. Anything pertaining with construction within MD, I'm the man to see. Hopefully we can build more low-income homes throughout Miami-Dade County and rehab a lot of these homes in Miami-Dade County. Trying to even a playing field here in Miami-Dade County.
Yes. You know what? I'm glad you said it out, Marquis, because sometimes I get fumbled with the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust. So I'm glad you said I got it right.
But I've been practicing. Trust me, it's a tongue twister.
It is, but look, it is for us, so we need to know. I wanted to make sure I said that just in case people didn't know what MD stand for. So I'm glad you said it, and I wanted to say it again. So we'll jump right into it, and I'll start with you, Edwin. Can you tell us about the program? What is MD's Home Ownership Assistance Program, and how does that generally work?
Very good. All right. So we run the housing division here, whereby we have, exactly as you indicated, the Home Ownership Assistance Program, rather, whereby we provide down payment assistance to home buyers up to $28,500. And we work with other down payment assistance entities to include Miami-Dade County's Public Housing and Community Development, PHCD. They, along with our $28,500, one can get $35,000. And there's some other down payment assistance programs where we just kind of partner with them. And there's a scenario where one can get up to $100,000 toward the purchase, of their homes. We know that houses are expensive nowadays. So all of the down payment assistance programs, we all work together to just kind of help, especially my disenfranchised fellow Black people.
Man, that is amazing. You know, I've been hearing rumblings about this down payment assistance program, but to hear you say like the amount that you're giving future home buyers, like that is amazing that you guys are doing that. How is that? How are you guys able to give people that much money?
That's a good question. Okay, so our funds come from surtax funds. Anytime you see cranes out there or just any development of commercial buildings, 8% of the impact fees come to us. It's called the surtax funds. The PHCD that I mentioned earlier, they get 92% of those funds. and we get 8% of those dollars. And with those dollars, we administer our down payment assistance program, as well as some of the other programs that Mr. Best will talk to you about a little later, I guess.
I like that. And I love that you mentioned that there is coming from different tax pools. And sometimes people don't understand like why certain things are passed, and it's for programs, sometimes like this. So that's really good to know. Marquis, I'm going to toss it over to you. Can you tell us about MD's Rehabilitation Assistance Program?
Yes, ma'am. Here at the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust, we have a rehabilitation assistance program, quote unquote RAP, where we are rehabbing some homes within Miami-Dade County. We're giving up to $50,000, zero interest, zero deferred. It is a forgiveness loan, which means if you sell or refinance your house 15 years or less, you will have to give us the money back. Anything after 15 years, it's forgivable. We partnered up with some of the contractors within Miami-Dade County, that certified contractors. So we're just trying to build these homes, whether it's you need a new roof, hurricane season's coming about. So people need a new roof, windows. It's a rehabilitation program, not a remodeling program.
What's the difference between that so people know?
The difference is if you have a bathroom and you want marble tile in your bathroom just because you don't like the tile in your bathroom now, we can't help you. But if you have problems within your bathroom or windows are cracked, they won't close down and things of that nature, then we can help assist with giving you brand new windows. But if nothing wrong with your windows right now, you just want hurricane proof windows just because your next door neighbor got it, that's kind of remodeling. So we're here to rehabilitation to fix homes that needs to be fixed throughout the Miami-Dade County, so homeowners can continue to stay in their homes within Miami-Dade County.
Love it. So that's like, let's just say, for example, you have like you said, the window maybe has a crack or a leak, or maybe you have a faucet or a pipe bust or something like that, like things like that impact your living situation, not like you said, not cosmetic.
Right. Things that you need just because it doesn't work, not because, I think I want this because I've seen this with that. Like,
no, you know what? I really, really love that you guys are breaking these things down, because from my work as a journalist, and I've been on different stories and I've gone into like different housing situations where people have things that don't work. Like they may not have handles, or like you said, runny faucets or broken windows, or maybe different things like that really impact their quality of living. Yes. And they need to know that there is assistance out there that can help them fix that. Marquis, before I switch it back to Edwin, I want to know, how can people apply for this program? What is that process like?
Well, the process is you can email me at Marquis, MARQUIS .best BEST at miamidade.gov. Just basically tell me you're trying to apply for the rehabilitation assistance program. I will send you the application plus the checklist, and then we can start the process right then and there.
Love it. And Edwin, how can people apply for the program that you mentioned earlier?
Very good question. Just give us a call here at 305-375-5661. Let me do that again, 305-375-5661. So we don't receive people or calls here for down payment assistance. What we end up doing is referring people to one of our many housing counseling agencies. So the housing counseling agencies do an excellent job of helping people by helping them fix their credit, helping them put their team together to include their realtor, mortgage loan officer, and the title company, and just kind of give them the training that they need. We've just kind of learned that those people who go to our HUD certified housing counseling agencies, before going through the process, they tend to keep their homes. And so it's a beautiful process whereby they just kind of help you. And there's some housing counseling agencies that just kind of provide a little more TLC than others in terms of helping one through the process. Some of them do them virtually, while others will do a classroom type session. I hope that answers your question.
No, so it seems like what you're saying is that you guys are kind of like that that introductory step for them, like start with us and then we'll get you to the right people that can assist you?
Exactly. And what happens is the mortgage loan officer that they end up choosing will send their information to us. And we do a good job of working with the various mortgage loan officers. And we will just kind of, in certain situations, call the other down payment assistance entities to just kind of, as a team, figure out how we help that person get into the home. And it's working very nicely, especially now with houses so expensive. We know that people need our services, and I just love the way it's working.
I love it. And Edwin, your division has expanded from just a housing assistance program to an entire division with programs that provide rehabilitation assistance and construction and land acquisition. Tell us about the division's growth over the past 3 years.
Wow, very good question. All right, so you're right. We were only considered a housing assistance program, HAP. But with our new fearless leader, our new executive director, Bill Diggs, he wanted to just do a host of other things to help, especially Black people.
Mm,
So he set it up such that we end up becoming a housing division and doing, you're right, more than just the HAP program. We have Mr. Best three programs, the rehab assistance program that he talked about earlier. There's also under his direction, there's a construction loan program whereby we're providing loans to developers who are developing homes, especially in traditionally Black areas, to help more Black people get homes. And then there's a land acquisition program whereby we will actually develop those homes, not just lend money to the developers, but we will just kind of partner with some of the developers out there to just kind of develop more houses here in Miami-Dade County. Of course, we're in the epicenter of the housing affordability problem, so we want to especially cure that problem within the Black community.
yeah. You know what? And that is amazing. And you definitely see the transformation under Bill Diggs's leadership and the things that you guys
Yes,
are doing. So this is really
absolutely.
dope. Yeah, what you guys are doing. And to your point, you mentioned like affordability. I would love to get both of you guys' input on like home ownership and some of the stats. According to the National Association of Realtors, 65.5% of white Americans own homes versus 44% of Black Americans. Marquis, I will start with you, and then Edwin, I'll get your feedback as well. Marquis, why do you think that is? What are some of the barriers that are impacting Black Americans from home ownership?
That's funny you said that because being in a rehabilitation and going out to some of these homes and giving these applications out, I want to say it's not about owning the home, it's about keeping the home.
Mm,
Because eventually a lot of applicants that I'm receiving right now, they had a great careers, but then they retired. Then once they retired, that doesn't mean time stopped. The roof's going to continue to grow. It's going to get older. Things in the house going to continue to grow, get older, and get weaker, and then they don't have the funds. And so, by us living in Miami, which is housing market is skyrocket, is more. It makes more sense for them to sell their home in Miami, get 300,000, 400,000, and move to another city, and then somebody else who have the funds can take over the home
mm,
and repair and rehab the home. That's why the rehabilitation program is so important to me, because a lot of these people, a lot of the Blacks in Miami are leaving Miami because they can't keep the home that they had 30 years ago, 20
mm,
years ago. And I hear the story all over and over again. I had this roof for 30 years. Now I retired. The only thing I receive now is social security. So it's kind of, you put them in a corner to either you're going to keep this house and you're going to have to put money in this house, but they don't have the funds. So it's easier for them to sell a house. So I feel like the problem within the Black community isn't about getting a house, because we can get the funds for the house. It's about continuing to keep the house for 30 years or till after you retire or things of that nature. So that's why the rehabilitation program is important to me, because we want you to keep your home and we're going to help you fix to keep your home so you don't have to sell your home and move.
Man, I love that. You know what? A lot of times people aren't thinking about retirement and what happens at that point. So I'm so glad that you broke that down for us, especially as millennials, as we're in this acquisition phase, we could do some planning and also knowing
Right.
that these resources are out there, we could maintain and keep our homes and stay in our community. Edwin, I would love to know your take on that. Like, what do you think are some of the impacts or barriers to Black home ownership, especially in your line of work and what you've seen over the years?
Oh my.
I
How
know
much
that's a
time do we
loaded
have?
question.
Listen, here's what I'm saying, and I'm glad we have this audience of millennials. This agency is about making sure that there's parity among Black people relative to the community at large. And I'm saying scenarios where not enough of millennials are taking advantage of this wonderful opportunity.
Mm,
Black millennials, other millennials are taking advantage, and we don't discriminate. We can and we won't. But and so we provide down payment assistance to any and everybody. But I'm saying situations where some of my brothers and sisters will go to one of the housing counseling agencies, start the process, and then just kind of stop.
mm,
So, so just knowledge or education is kind of keeping us away, and then just not being willing or just having the faith to just keep keep going down the track. By the
yeah,
end of this whole process, it's going to work for you. So I just wish more of us would take advantage of this and just stay the course. I can't preach that enough.
mm,
And I just wish more of us would, because, you know, most people's wealth is concentrated in their homes.
sure.
When you rent, your net worth is not going to increase as a result of the appreciation of your home, and the fact that you have more equity as you pay down the principal portion of your mortgage note. So, and then over time, the cost of you're paying a mortgage will end up being cheaper, significantly cheaper than renting. So I just want more of us to participate. So please give us a call again, 305-375-5661. I want to see more brothers and sisters buying homes.
Yeah, and I think too is this information. I think a lot of times we just don't know what exists. A lot of us aren't engaged in understanding what programs are out there. So that's why it's really important for me, and part of the work that I do is like, let's be able to put this out there so people could find it and know. And I think that's a perfect segue into the event that you guys have coming up on June 24th with the city of Homestead, in their community redevelopment agency. And that's like a one-stop shop, and it's in person, and people can touch people and speak and get questions answered. Maybe they may be embarrassed, they don't want to call, so this is something in person that people can come to. Marquis and Edwin, and Marquis, I'll start with you. Can you tell us about this event and what people can expect?
Yes, this event is it's a homeowner's dream. If you want to become a homeowner, or if you already are a homeowner, it's going to be very informative. It's going to talk about all the money that's out there for you to get in a home, ways for you to keep your home. If a lot of people, I know I'm a millennial man, we don't know where to start. We don't know
Mhm.
what's the first step. At this program is going to teach you step by step, step one through the finish line. So there shouldn't be no excuses. If you're trying to get a home, or if you already have a home and you want to keep your home, I feel like everyone who has a house should be at this event just to learn about home ownership and what's going on within Miami-Dade County. Because a lot of things that's happening within Miami-Dade County, we don't know why. Taxes are going up on your home, property taxes, and you don't want to know why. It just talks about everything that deals with home ownership. So if you want a home, or trying to get a home, and you feel like you don't have the money, you could probably come. You're going to come here and learn about all the money that's out there for homeowners. So I feel like this is a dream for any homeowner right now or trying to be a homeowner. I
Love
love
it.
it.
And Edwin, can you tell us about why this event was started and any other information that we need to know about this event?
Sure. Most of the growth nowadays is going on in extreme South Dade.
Wow, really?
I'm seeing a lot of people leave Little Haiti, leave Liberty City, and other places in Miami-Dade County, and they're moving down south, deep down south. You know, there's still developable land, and it's relatively affordable versus some of the other places. So you can get a brand spanking new home in South Dade for the amount you kind of pay for one of the homes in North Dade, maybe 70, 80 years old.
Wow.
So that's one thing. So one of our board members operates the CRA in Homestead. So we're partnering with her. They have a down payment assistance program. So with theirs and ours, it just kind of helps out. And then Ghouls is going
Mm.
through a major transformation. Some of the housing projects in that area will be raised literally because
Wow.
they end up because of the climate issues. They're having to build homes a little higher.
Mm.
So that's one of the reasons why they're tearing down one of the many reasons they're tearing down one of the projects down there. But we want to make sure that there are a lot of Black people looking at some of the homes down there. They're beautiful. I've gone down there and seen some of the beautiful town homes that they're building. So we'd encourage people to just kind of come out and join us down south at 500 College Terrace. Aviation Building F222 in Homestead, Miami-Dade College. And we're going to have a good time on that Saturday. We'll have mortgage loan officers, those housing counseling agencies I was telling you about, and just any questions you need to ask about housing, you'll have people there, mortgage lenders, just anything having to do with housing. And if you have any questions, those people will be able to help you, to include fix your credit if you're
Mm.
concerned about that.
So is this just for home ownership in the South Dade area, or if I'm just interested in buying a home in Miami-Dade in general, should I attend this workshop?
All the above. I mean, yeah, we're having that event down south. We're going to have a host of other events, but you know, just spend the day in South Dade, not the whole day, but come down and join us from noon to 4 o'clock on that day, and you'll pick up some information. And of course, they're going to have all the little freebies, little drink bottles and pens, and all the other trinkets that you get at similar events.
I love that. And Marquise, June is home ownership month. So was this also intentional and a part of why you guys wanted to have this event as well?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Working in the housing division, I learned about home ownership month, and it just makes sense. We're in home ownership month, and this is the mecca. This event is the mecca of home ownership, so it goes right in hand. It goes right in hand. Like I said before, if you want to be a homeowner, or if you're already a homeowner, there's no way you shouldn't be there. You should be there, and it's a home ownership month, so it just goes perfectly.
That's what's up. And you guys, before I let you go, I want to know who are the people who should apply, and what is that process like? So you guys have two different programs. So Edwin, I'll ask you first for the program, the home buyers assistance program. Who should apply, and what is that process like?
Anybody with income need to come on down and apply. Listen, don't tell yourself no. And in fact, if somebody else tells you no, don't accept that. You need to just come down, have faith, and get the home that you want to have. Listen, even if you have a Section 8 voucher, we have a program for you. If you don't necessarily have a job and you have Social Security income, come on down. We have a way for you. So as long as you have any income whatsoever, if you're an entrepreneur, come on down. We'd love to help you. So it's for any and everybody.
Love it. And Marquise, who should apply, and what is that process like for the program that you
Um,
mentioned?
Anybody that has a roof over their head, that own a home. You have to own your home. If you own your home and there's problems within your home, and instead of it gets worse, you want to fix it now, you can apply for the rehabilitation application. The process is simple. First, we get the application. Once we get the application, we send you the checklist and all the documentation that you'll need to bring towards the checklist. We give it to our underwriter. We go through it, making sure everything is intact. Have the contractors come out there, check the house up, and then we can start. So if you have a home and you see problems within your home, that's now, and we're giving out $50,000. You don't got to pay us back. It's not going on your mortgage.
Oh,
You
wow.
don't got to pay monthly. Everybody calling and ask the same questions. No, this is for real. 0 interest, 0 deferred. 15 years or less. That's the only way we get our money back. And the reason why we want 15 years because we want you to stay in your home.
Yeah.
We're advocating home ownership. So the only way we can have you stay in your home is, you don't want to spend that money, stay in that home. Then after 15 years, it's forgivable.
Love it. And Edwin, I wanted to ask you this. I just remembered, with interest rates and things like that going up and down, is this a good time to buy?
It's an excellent time to buy. All right. So we have millennials who are, I don't know, 25, 30-ish, that sort of thing. Listen, it's a good idea. Listen, your older self will thank your younger self for having bought a house in this situation. Yeah, prices are relatively higher. Inflation is high and that sort of thing. But can you imagine what the home prices will be 25, 30 years from now?
Yeah.
And people are saying that interest rates are high at 7-ish or so. Listen, I remember a time when interest rates were 11%.
Wow.
So listen, take advantage now. If you think it's listen, interest rates may drop again, and then you can refinance your house later. But listen, take advantage of this right now. Don't wait.
Seriously.
Yeah. Anything else you would like to add to that, Marquis?
No, he said everything. Take advantage of it right now because it got to get worse. So we're giving out money for you to get a house, and I know a lot of people my age don't know about it. So I try to preach the word and let people know that no. People say, "Oh, Miami's too high. Miami too." Like, no, it's not too high. If Miami's too high, we're giving money. We just got to read and go out there and search. So there is hope, and Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust is here to say today for homeowners.
Yes, I love it. Love it. Look, I'm going to be putting this information on the screen. So I want to give you guys another chance to shout out the event that's happening on June 24th. Give us all the information on that. Marquis, you want to give us that rundown?
Yes, June 24th, Saturday from noon to 4. We will be at the Miami-Dade College Homestead campus, 500 Terrace Aviation Building F22, Homestead, Florida, 330030 at the Miami-Dade County in Homestead, the Miami-Dade College in Homestead. Everybody should know the Miami-Dade College at the Homestead. Come out, learn about the homes, and possibly get a home just from this event. My dream is to want to leave that home and say, I got this home because I attended this event.
Got it. And if you guys are looking at the screen, I have the flyer up there. I have miamidade.gov/economic advocacy trust. That website, you could go to learn more information. Make sure you guys are there Saturday, June 24th from noon to 4 p.m. at the Miami-Dade College campus in Homestead. Guys, make sure we're there. Before I let you guys go, I want people to know how they could connect with you. Edwin, what's the best way for people to connect with you online, on social media? Give them the way for them to learn more about you.
Sure. All the social media platforms, we're there. Check us out, Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust. But listen, if you want to give us a call, again, 305-375-5661. Email me, Edwin.Miller, you see my name there, at miamidade.gov. The same is the case with Mr. Best, Marquis Best. You see his name there at miamidade.gov. We look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah.
Right.
Marquis, is there, want to add anything else to how people can connect with you, or is that good?
For the millennials, I know we're in the social media world, so the millennials, please follow us on Instagram at the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust, so you can find out everything we got going on from the time it starts to the time ends, and you can be the first person to know the sneak peeks of what MDEAT has to offer. So follow us on social media, and you can also email me at marquis.best@miamidade.gov.
Look, you guys are now officially friends of the show. You know, MDEAT is a friend anyway, but you guys individually are. So anytime there's information about housing, anything that MDEAT is doing in this realm, or just in general that we need our audience to know about, please come back. You're welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
This
Thank you so much.
so informative. You guys have broke down so much information for people who are interested in home buyership and importance of it, especially for people that look like us, and letting us know that there's still options. Sometimes it seems hopeless. It feels like things are so expensive and you can't afford to live in Miami-Dade County, but that's just not true. And there's different programs and different things that you could do to take advantage of. And like you guys said, the people, you know, that look like this, they are taking advantage of it. So we need to jump in there too. There's no need for us to run away and go to different states. Affordability is here in Miami-Dade County, and I'm so glad for the work that you guys are doing at MD to make sure that we have an equitable part in this. So thank you guys.
Thank you for having us once again.
Of course, guys. Look, we're gonna have an article up on the website with links, information, so you guys can connect with the MD directly and connect with Edwin and Marquis as well. So you guys can head over to hellonewsmiami.com for all of that information. Also, too, while you're there, make sure you follow us. Sign up for our email newsletter. We're on social media. We're on all the platforms, so you can connect with us and get our news there. And again, we're going to make sure that we stay on this and keep MD at the forefront, so our audience knows what's going on over there at this amazing agency. Guys, thank you again for joining us on another episode.
Thank you.
We Talk podcast, where we talk to some amazingly dope people. I think we need to do I need a profile on you guys, because I really wanted to know how you guys got into this work, but we only have a limited amount of time, so we may have to do a part 2 or part 3.
Okay, looking forward to it.
How you guys got into this work, and because to me too, that's also a part of the program and a part of the work that I do as well. It's like somebody may want to have a career like what you guys are doing, so they may want to know how you guys even got started and what you need to do. So we may need to do a part 2. I want to do a part 2. Y'all okay with that?
I'm here.
Looking forward to it. Yes.
You family, like you said. We family.
Okay.
Yes. Come on now. Oh, look, before I let you guys go, you gotta let me know where you from. This is hyper local news, so I gotta know, Edwin, where are you from? What set you claim in Miami? Or South Florida? Where are you from?
Okay. Well, I was born and raised in Winter Haven, Florida.
Okay.
So I'm a rattler, and I live in North Miami nowadays.
Got it. And Marquis, where are you from?
Born and raised in Miami, Florida, literally from up top to down south. I went to Northern Killian, so I'm Miami. I'm Miami.
Okay. I'm from Miami Gardens. I went to Carroll City in Northwestern, so I know a lot of Northern people.
Right, yeah.
And North Miami is my playing ground. That's my stumping ground too, because it's right there next to Miami Gardens. So okay, we here.
Okay.
That's fair.
Well, thank you guys. It's been an amazing show, guys. Let's make sure we are following in and making sure we are, connected with MD, and you guys get all information about home ownership. We'll see you next time. Peace.
All right. Thank you for having